What is going on, everybody? Welcome to lunchtime. It's our lunch hour here. Every weekday, we come on live, lunch with the Clydesdale. What's going on? What's up, Corey? Good to see you in the chat. So good to be with you guys today. I will tell you this. I did 25.3 yesterday, and I am sore. Holy smokes. I woke up in the middle of the night last night to go pee, and it was a chore hobbling to the bathroom. My glutes and my hamstrings are legit fried from that workout yesterday. It's a workout that made me very proud of the effort I put in on that. I did way better than I thought I was going to do. But man, I am paying for it today. What's up, Andrew? What's up, Denise? CrossFit, good to see you guys. Man, last night's show was so good too. We went over everything last night. We bounced around the different topics. We went long last night. It was our biggest show ever. And I thank you guys for that. If you missed it last night, great discussion about the open and everything that's going on in space. We didn't even get through half of I put down a rundown every week. It's just notes that if we need to remember something, it's there. But ideally we just start talking and you guys start talking back to us, and that just becomes the show. Not really the rundown, but it's just a template to kind of get going. We didn't even hit 50% of the rundown last night. So crazy, but so good. So good. What's up, James? Denise, I was just watching last night's show. Didn't get through the whole show yet because this show started. Hey, come live. I love the interaction of this show, that we just get to hang out at lunch together and talk about what's going on. Just like hanging out with you guys every day. So I talked about it a little bit last night on the show. I didn't get into super specifics, but I did 25.3. I was able to do it RX. We talked a little bit about how when you turn 55, the scaling, the weights comes down. That helped me tremendously. The deadlift was 185. The clean was 95. The snatch was 65. It was insane. It was not easy. And really, my biggest fear was that the weights were so light that I would go way too fast and I would die out engine wise really early in that workout. My goal was to make it to the snatches. I ended up almost making it back to the row. I got through all the snatches, got 2 wall walks, needed 3 more to get to the row. And I was telling Carolyn and Jamie after we went off the air last night, like I wanted to get on that rower so bad, but the way I was feeling in that moment, I knew that rower was going to hurt tremendously when I got on there, because my glutes and hamstrings and lower back were fried from picking that barbell up off the floor so many times. If you guys have been following us, I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot more body weight stuff while my wife was recovering. Thankfully, I've been doing a lot of push-up progressions, trying to get my push-ups stronger, which really helped with the wall walks. But I haven't been lifting a lot of barbells off the floor. And that was where I got fried. I talked to Lana Marcine on Saturday night, and I told her my fear of going too fast. And she's sets a 5 on the deadlift, step back, take a breath. And that's what I did. And then I went singles for everything in the barbell and just tried to follow the bar down and just go in a steady pace. But I find that not having to return the bar to the floor saves my back. And I really needed that on this. I mean, I've had 12 procedures on my back, surgically repaired. I need to do everything I can to save that. And it held up. It held up. But today I am walking wounded for sure. So I think I'm going to get on the assault bike here this afternoon and just kind of flush some stuff out, take a little bit of a rest day, and then get back after it tomorrow. Denise said the scaled wall walks were a bit silly, but that's fine with this taller person. Yeah. What's crazy to me, Denise, is like I thought for sure to do this RX, I was going to have to do a full wall walk. I figured they were coming in the open. I was doing a lot of push-ups, a lot of push-up progressions, getting back to like getting into fully inverted and doing some wall walks. And then when I found out it was scaled for 55 plus and RX, I was like, dang, but the last time I did them, they were so hard because the 60-inch line is out in front of my face. And like, so I'm pressing out in front. And when you're a little bit bigger athlete, that's a little bit tough. Lana's like, hey, I just looked at the standards. You only have to go to the 55-inch line. And I was like, that made such a big difference for me, and probably is why I did a round better than I thought I was going to do, because those being back a little bit more, it just made it easier to hold the press, get my feet on the wall, and then bang, 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 bang. That was pretty good. Denise's husband has L3 through L5 fused. Quite the surgery and back scar. Yeah, I didn't have anything that invasive. I had stuff where they went in laparoscopically and fix some things that way. I haven't had to have a fusion yet, thank goodness. So yeah, I lucked out there. Andrew, it's weird. The only time the 55-inch line is mentioned for Masters 55 plus and scaled is in the photos. It's not mentioned in the written standards. Yeah, it's in the. I think I found it on the scorecard. I think it was on the scorecard. I saw it somewhere after Denise mentioned it. So, Jody Lynn, I had a discectomy and I was good to go and good ever since. Yeah, this last thing that they did for me. So I had a bulging disc. It was on my sciatic nerve. And they actually ablated the nerve and then trimmed the disc. And I haven't had any problems since. That was 2020, maybe. So I've been at it for like maybe 21. So 4 or 5 years I've had it repaired, and it's been pretty good. And I'm hoping that it stays good because when it was bad, it was really bad. I struggled from 2016 to 17, really tried to push, not 16 to 20 or 21. And I tried to push through it a couple times. And I think I just made it worse. So yeah, so glad that I am where I am today. So looking at the leaderboard, I'm going to show that real quick. There's some really funky scores out here. Hopefully CrossFit gets those fixed pretty good. But like at number 1, we have Ko Suk Young, who is 11,510th in the world. I don't think she all of a sudden got super fit and is now first at a 9:11. And then we have Var Thurman Mo, Amanda Jobs, Grace Walton, Fee Sagafi. Now we're getting into some of the names. Amy Kringle, Hannah Hardy, Sarah Sigmundsdottir, Brooke Wells, Daniel Brandon, Emily DeRoy, Alexis Raptis, Christine Best, Caitlin Bernardin, Emily Rolfe, Samantha Pugh. So the scores are coming in. These are your top 50. Sung Young Choi, Charlie's favorite CrossFitter. Bethany Flores. Sahir Kaya. Gabrielle Spence, one of our favorites here. So yeah. So top 50 looks like 12:18 or better to get there. There's some of your times. And of course, that first score it can't be legit. To go from where she was to that score just is not feasible. So hopefully they will get that fixed shortly. Corey, as someone with Trex arms, I can confirm the start line for wall walks is pretty far. What's going on, Craig? Lynn, good to see you. Jody, I haven't had 1 second to look over the leaderboard. Glad you're going over it. Of course, it's not complete. Everybody has until 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific, to get their scores in. So we're awaiting that. But we're getting a little bit fuller today. On the men's side, we have, again, some really hokey scores in the top 3 positions. People who are ranked 3,200, 26,000, and 17,000 are in the top 3 spots for this workout. There is no way that someone did an 8:15 on that workout. If you saw Dallin or Colton, 8:15 is impossible, flat out. Just saying. But we have James Sprague, or not James Sprague. We have Dallin Pepper still in first. If you take out those 3, James Sprague, Jason Hopper. If anybody watched Kill Taylor, you know that Colton beat James and Jason, so he's going to fall at least into second place. Kale Lehman, Aldous Upanix, Jay Crouch, Ty Jenkins, Ricky Garrard, Travis Mayer, Jack Rosema, Bill Leahy IV, Sam Cornway. Man, Sam Cornway has been at the top of this leaderboard almost in the top 50 at least every week. Taylor Self, Roman Krennikov, Chris Ibarra, Anola Kai, Enrico Zanoni. Here's another one that probably is not, you don't jump from 30,000th in the world to one of the top 50 on this workout. Guillaume Briand, Tanner Balaz, Alex Vigno, Con Porter making an appearance. George Sterner, and that is your top 450 on the men's side. A lot of people I haven't seen. Corey says I haven't looked at the leaderboard since I went to bed Saturday night. It's changing a lot each hour as more updates come in. And Nika has had an awesome open. Lynn, is that a male or a female? Nika. Oh, there we go. Nika with he's probably in 16th place. That's pretty nice. Yeah, that's a great open. Yeah, really good. So it'll be interesting to see how it all kind of shakes out after all the scores are in tonight. Tomorrow we'll have an idea as to who the leaders are after everybody puts their scores in, and see who's kind of winning the open. If Colton has beat James and Jason, that looks like Colton will wrap up probably the open victory, with Dallin maybe coming in second. It would be my prediction, but we'll have to wait and kind of see how it plays out for sure. Craig Fee has been very impressive also. Yes. Yeah. I think what's hard, like, and I don't want to get off on a rant on this, but like, I hate the leaks. I hate the leaks. Fee's part of that brute camp. If the brute athletes knew what that workout was ahead of time, which the circumstantial evidence is piling up that they did, um, the fact that they know that and can work on this stuff and strategize ahead of time is just not fair. And I love Fee, love Dallin, love James. I like Jason. I just don't know him as well. But my gosh, like, having this stuff ahead of time is a definite advantage, and you can see that on the leaderboard. But what happens, like, down the road when they don't know, right? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. Corey says, I'm staying off it until this evening. Ain't shit I can do about my placement at this point, and I don't like seeing it bounce around. So, Corey, like, are you close to the 1% line or the 200 line? Is it 200 for masters, right? So, yeah. See, I've never had to worry about like my getting to the next level. So that's never been a thing for me. I said it last night that since I've had the back surgery, the best I've finished in the open is in the 12th percentile, which was still level 1. That was kind of disappointing. This year going into the final workout, I was in the 16th percentile. And I was excited about that. And the last workout went better for me than I anticipated. And I'm hoping that I actually improve on that 16. And it would be, if I got a level 2, I would be so excited to get a level 2, because I've been a level 1 since they brought out the levels. I would really, really be stoked if I hit level 2. And so that's the only thing that I'm kind of waiting on, is everybody to get their scores in, so I know what percentile I am at the end of this, and hopefully make a level 2. I know it's a little thing, and a lot of people are better athletes than me at this point in my life. I love seeing that improvement, and it's a goal that I have, and then I can move forward with that into the Community Cup. So Larry will probably be in that level with me. Hey, good company to be with. I get to hang out with Larry Young. Just hope they don't bring in a heavy barbell. He'll crush me. Denise, I'm holding my breath on redos and 10 athletes that haven't posted yet. So why are you saying that, Denise? Are you sitting in a very good position on the leaderboard? Let's see where Denise is on the leaderboard. Denise is sitting in first place. First place with a 1558 in the 65 to 69. Let's show that off, since she is one of our very own. There sits Denise Moore, 25.3, first place. She has had a heck of an open, with opening up with a 13th and then a 4th, and now sitting with a 5th with a little bit of time to go. So hopefully she pulls that off. Larry says, don't worry, they won't have a heavy barbell. D. Reed says, I don't even know what the levels are. Most of us don't. They're actually, this is the first time they have made a little bit of sense, since we're now moving into the Community Cup, where the levels will compete against each other. Levels 1 and 2 will be a group. Levels 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and 9 and 10. And so it's basically grouping the whole open after your open scores, moving you forward into the Community Cup, where you will then compete against people of the same level grouping. And then each workout will be modified for each level. So it'll be fun. Can't wait. Denise said, I almost redid the workout because I watched my video and I was walking from station to station. No urgency at all. Isn't it funny when you look at a video and you think you were doing it one way and it wasn't at all what you pictured in your head? Jody says CrossFit celebrity in the chat. Wow, congrats, lady. Yeah, Denise is a badass. She was a big star of the behind the scenes at the Masters CrossFit Games that we did. She's been on the show a couple times. She has an awesome story of something she overcame. That we have an episode with her post Legends 23. The episode came out in January of 24. Just a fascinating lady. Overcame so much, total badass. And I think she's podiumed at the games a handful of times herself there. So Corey, yeah, he's waiting on that 2%, minimum 200 to move on to semis. He's so much fitter than he was last year. Corey's going to do it. Corey was 37th or 39th late Saturday night. I won't look. I'll let it stay a secret till tonight, dude. Denise just podiumed once. Still one more time than me. So, yeah. So 22, 25. I keep doing it. Why am I saying 22? 25.3. Almost in the books. We'll recap it all tomorrow when everything is final. What else did I have? Oh, behind the scenes, man. Behind the scenes came out yesterday. On Sunday, it was crazy because I do a lot of show prep before Sunday night because that's our biggest show of the week. And I was going through a bunch of the WFP stuff, and then bam, I get the notifier that behind the scenes is out. And with the way they've been doing it this year, you only have like a couple minutes, or not a couple hours sometimes to watch it, and then it gets pulled. And so I went and watched it, and just wanted to give my thoughts. They've done an amazing job with that series this year, with everything they were facing. This fourth episode, though, is the first time we kind of see some of the athletes not happy about being there. Some of the athletes still happy to be there and glad that they're kind of giving back to the community, and some voicing concerns and glad that like family members didn't come, or that they're there. They would rather be somewhere else. And most of it happens around the Chad workout. I think all of it happens around the Chad workout. You also see some of the things that the athletes go through. I think it's Ruan Potgeider who has blood under his nails on his feet. And they actually show Dr. Sean Rocket putting a hole in the nail to release the pressure to see if he can compete in Chad or move on through the competition because the pressure was so bad on his toes. But it really does kind of show a contrast that there seems to be this group of athletes who felt the need to heal with the community. And there's like a group of athletes that just didn't want to be there anymore. And it was, I think, kind of fascinating to see how that went. And I think that, it's probably not completely 100% this way, but it's something we've kind of been talking about. Those that are attached to a CrossFit community seem to want to move forward with the community. those that aren't necessarily attached all the time with a community seem to want to leave and be with family and stuff like that. And it doesn't mean that I'm saying one is good and one is bad, but you want to be around people that you trust and you're around with all the time. And if you're not connected to a community, generally, your community is your family, and you want to be with your family. And so it just was an interesting cross section of the way that the athletes kind of were splitting on that Saturday of the games. Wait. Lynn says, wait, I missed that. What episode was this you watched? This was a behind the scenes, Sevon's behind the scenes of the CrossFit Games. It released yesterday. They've only been putting them up for a couple hours. I think because of some of the controversy around the games this year. And so they only live up on YouTube for a few hours and then they get pulled. Sorry, I turned for just like 2 minutes and missed it. It's okay, Lynn. It's all right. D. Reed says, Ricky proved himself to be very likable. It was an interesting contrast to some who shall not be named. Yeah, I mean, I think Ricky has always been likable. I've just had a problem this season because I'm close with Justin Kotler. He left Kotler to go to Proven. So I'm probably having more issue with it than Justin is, and him leaving, but I'm having a problem with Ricky in that respect. But every interaction I've had with Ricky since he's come back, he has been very likable. Craig says BTS episode 4 was great. And Craig says Ricky Mack is very likable. Susie and Ricky were great. You are spot on with the community connection. Yeah, it did seem to kind of hold true. It did seem to hold true that way, D. Reed, because and it's just something I noticed. Yes. So Souza and then his roommate, there's a lot of them kind of like cooling down on an exercise, on a Echo bike. It was interesting to kind of see their relationship. They coach at the same gym, they train together, but they can't really train together because one is coaching, one is training, and then vice versa. But it was interesting to kind of hear that dynamic through that. Jody said, are the comments turned off on BTS? So you can still comment on the video, like at the bottom of the screen, but there's no live chat because it's a video. So there's nobody to see your live chat. But you can go down below and comment, and people have. I've commented on a few of them. Yeah, it's open to do that if that's what you mean. If you mean live comments, because it's not a live broadcast, those are not turned on. But really interesting, and again, something that we, it took a little bit of the speculation out of it because Savon has done a good job in these first 4 episodes, kind of showing, just kind of showing what was going on behind the scenes during this tragedy, during everything that's going on. And I was there in the arena, and some of that stuff I wasn't even aware of. So it was good to see what was happening there. And it's really kind of closed some loopholes for me. And I'm really appreciative that he was able to put these out. Craig says, Colton just uploaded a YouTube video. It is a take 2 on the 25.3 workout. Wow. He had done it twice. Kill Taylor was the second time he'd done it. So if he did a third time, insane. So it is the Kill Taylor for 25.3. Yeah, that was good enough to be second in the world. So I can't imagine him unless he, and I don't know where he would make up the time to beat Dallin. He was still off by 20 seconds, maybe. So anyway, yeah, I'll have to check it out. I did watch his day in the life that Frog Rips put out. I don't think it was anything earth shattering there. If you've been following Colton, you knew a lot of it. But it was kind of cool to see where he keeps his dogs, how he keeps the pups, stuff like that. Kenneth says he did this last week too. Uploaded one, then uploaded right before submission, right before the submission deadline. D Reed, didn't he say he did it faster the first time? I don't know that he did, and because he started videotaping the weights and everything afterwards, so I don't know why he would do that if the other one was good. I don't know. We'll see. I was trying to listen to see if he said. I don't think he ever answered the question. I think he avoided it. Corey said, a day in the life of Colton Merton. Surprised he's a farmer. Yeah. It's kind of that. All the sponsor short videos on Colton leave me wanting more. Yeah. Yeah. I think us CrossFit nerds want the more in-depth pieces that someone like Hiller's been doing, like the 48 hours with, where you kind of get more intimate with the athlete, or the camp or whatever. And you learn way more than you do in these short little vignettes that a sponsor does. Most of us nerds already know the surface stuff. So, yeah, we'll see. I haven't checked out the tier videos yet. I need to look at those. It's just been a busy couple weeks for me. So yeah. With that, the last thing I was going to bring up is it's March Madness. I'm thinking about doing a March Madness bracket for this group, making a Clydesdale league where we can all fill out a bracket, both men and women, since both of them are doing pretty. Both are very popular this year, and then whoever wins, putting together like a little prize pack that I'll send out to the winner of the bracket with some of the stuff we have around here. Who knows? Maybe I'll get something autographed or something like that sent out to everybody from some athletes. But with that, I thought it'd be something fun to do as a group. So what I'll probably do is go out onto ESPN sometime tonight, create a league under both brackets, and then I'll give you the details tomorrow on Lunch with the Clydesdale and a link to that league, and then a password to get in, and then you sign up, and we'll see who wins, and I'll put together a prize pack at the end of this for whoever wins the bracket. No, yeah, Ken, no old shorts or socks. Just a couple jock straps, and I think I have a cup from my Little League days that I have in a shadow box somewhere. No, we'll come up with something. Like I have some of the Wad Zombie trading cards. Maybe I'll get those sent off and get them autographed. Maybe put some of those in there. I'll come up with something cool. I have enough connections. We'll get some stuff signed and sent that out from some athletes. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll have some stuff printed up by then, and we'll get some Clydesdale swag in there as well. But yeah, if you guys like that idea, let me know. If not, we'll have the details tomorrow, and we'll see who wins, and just do it for fun. Ken is missing the Mertens card. Yeah, I only have one. I only have one of those. That seems to be the rare bird in the set. I have a lot of doubles of some athletes, but the Mertens is a one of a kind. And the first Vellner card, I think I only have one of those. Ken is right. There was one on eBay a while back. It went for over $100. That's insane. Insane. But you can see I have them right behind me. There's a bunch of them. That's the whole set that's not legends, and then the legends are in this little box right there. And I do have the complete set. They're the coolest like keepsake in the CrossFit space. Truly. I missed my guy Wad Zombie. Got to hang out with him at a couple events. He's the coolest. Well, with that, guys, lunchtime is just about over. So look for that link. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're listening on the audio platform, make sure you leave a review. Hopefully it's 5 stars. You know the drill there. And with that, get back to work, you hooligans. We'll see you tomorrow on Lunch with the Clydesdale. Out.